Hello. 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 Good day. Please drop a comment if you are here. Just drop a comment. Let me know who is here. Drop a comment. Let me know where you're joining me from. And let me know if you can hear me clearly. Let me know where you're joining me from. I'll be looking at my phone this way. So just drop a comment. Let me know where you're joining me from. Hello, the publicity lady. Welcome. It's good to have you here. Welcome everyone. Just drop a comment. As long as people can hear me, fine. Patrick Ayanleke, welcome from Delta. Welcome. It's so good to have you guys here. Welcome. Today's session is going to be explosive. I can bet you. Okay, so hi, I'm Karen from Ivory Coast. Hello, good to have you here. Welcome. Yay, you all can hear me. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. So, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to treat all of you as VIP. So, we're not waiting for anybody. We're kicking off because the same money you paid, other people paid too. And then come and join us while we begin. All right, so let me find my slides now. Okay. 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to go full screen. Present. Hi, welcome. If you're just joining, put your location so that I can see you. Don't mind me if I look this way, just know I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at the comments on my phone. All right. Just know I'm looking at the comments on my phone. My mic. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so share screen. Once you can see the screen, just let me know. If you can see my screen, let me know. Just drop a comment if you can see me. Yay. Drop a comment if you can see my screen. Drop a comment if you can see my screen. Oh, good. So the publicity lady says she can see my screen. Awesome. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So people join as we go, and it's okay. At any point they join, they can continue. Some people also message me that they won't be able to make it, so they watch the replay, and that's absolutely fine. The recording is available for you all, except those who didn't pay to get in here. So it's available for you, and at any point they join, they can watch this recording. So I'm just going to kick off. Welcome, everyone. Today's session is on why you keep attracting people who cannot afford you and what you can do now to fix it. Now, just a point to note, if your screen is not so clear, here's what I would advise you should do. Just click your screen, select the settings icon at the top right hand, okay? When you select it, choose quality and then select higher picture quality, all right? And that way it will be clearer on your screen. So that's just something something to note in case you are having issues viewing. Just do what I've just described, demonstrated for you. Just touch your screen, click on the settings icon and select quality. Then you select higher picture quality. All right, so that will give you the best quality. That will give you the best quality so that you can see clearly. Awesome. So why you keep attracting people who cannot afford you and what you can do now to fix it. Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's master class. I'm so glad to have you all here, and we're stepping right on it, okay? Right now. So I believe you are here because you are very good at what you do. You're a coach, you are an expert, you are a service business, you are a consultant, you are a course creator, you're a trainer. You know how you are very good at what you do. There's no question about that. But your DM is just filled with people who cannot afford to pay you. They just keep reaching out, but at the end of the day, they ghost you, or there's one thing or the other. They just cannot afford to pay you. All right. That means if you are here, just be noting that yes, that's me. We can be very sure because obviously you paid to get to this class because you can resonate with this. Also, you know the value of what you offer, but whenever you get on sales calls, people take all your time, they never proceed, and then they just simply ghost you. I can relate to because I have been in that position. You get on calls. I remember one time I got on a call for up to, it was supposed to be a short discovery call, but that's how the person just picked my brain for three good hours. Me, 3 hours. Hey, oh my God. I know. So I can totally relate. And they take all your time, no respect for your time, no respect, and then they end up not proceeding. They just say, no, okay, I'll get back to you. And, it's just, you feel used, right? That's how I felt that time. I felt used. Messi say, I just want to listen to you. Okay, good. I felt used. Is that you? Do you feel like that often when people come and just use you, pick your brain, and then they ghost you? Also, you're here, other people who get paid really well for doing far less than you do. They don't know up to what you know, but they are paid far higher. They just end up getting big deals. You work so hard, but you just end up getting people who say they cannot afford you. You just keep getting peanuts. Next thing you think is about reducing your price. You do reduce it, you still get people who say they cannot afford. It's frustrating, and I've been there, so people should know that I can relate. This one, I'm not here to pour kinikon. No, I have been there. So take it like sister to sister or sister to brother talking to each other now, and let's help ourselves. So you're probably wondering how these people do it. How do they do it? Coach Wale is here. Yes, he said, I'm here. Oh, yes. How do they do it? They don't know up to what you know. You know far more, but you end up attracting peanuts. People keep complaining that the money is too much. Even if the money is so small, they'll say it's too much. All right. Also, you can be more than this. You want the best clients who will pay you without you having to answer too many objections or try so hard to convince them or chase them around or follow up. Hello, I just thought I should follow up. Oh, see, if you are like me, who does not like headache? All that following up and catching up with clients and saying, I hope you have not forgotten us, so we are still here. If you are like me, who does not like that kind of stress, then you are in the right place because I can totally relate, especially if you're an introvert. If you're an introvert, and then you now find out that sales requires you to be following up people, it makes you withdraw more from sales. I can relate. Once upon a time, that was me. I hated sales because it required me going after people. That was because I got it all wrong. And that's why I'm here in this session. I'm happy you are here because you are going to get the revelation and insights I have gotten that has helped me better attract clients without having to chase or answer objections or follow up 20 times and still get, sorry, I'll get back to you and all of that. Don't worry, there are better ways that I have discovered that you can do this without having to sweat like others are sweating. All right. So now, you don't want this. You don't want the kind of people who tell you, I'll think about it. Or they'll tell you, it's not what I need right now. Or they'll tell you things like, let me go and look for the money. Kai, that's in campaign because the person is just boboing. Let me go and look for the money. Or you have the one that blatantly just tell you, I can't afford it. Or you are too expensive. Even if you know it's so cheap, the person will tell you, why is it so expensive like this? The other coach is doing it cheaper. See, we have been there. I understand. Totally relatable. All right. Now, this is what you want. You want clients who will tell you, yes, let's do it. You want the clients who will tell you, oh my God, where have you been all my life? I have searched. Where have you been hiding? You want the clients who will tell you, yeah, I'm paying in full. ASAP, please send me account number now. Please, have you seen it? Rush and see it. You want those ones that will rush you to collect your money. That's what you want. You want the ones that will tell you, oh yeah, when do we begin? Can I book immediately? Can we start? The one that will be hungry to start. That's what you want. We all want that. All right. I totally understand and I can relate. I know that is what you want. All right. And you can have it. That's why you're here. All right. So today I'm going to break down for you the exact things you've been doing to attract these people who cannot afford you. Right? Those people who cannot afford, who keep saying, who keep ghosting you or expecting you to follow them up forever and stuff. I'll also break down for you how to have paying clients coming to you instead of you chasing after them. I know some of us are so shy to the point that we don't want to do cold calling. In fact, some of us, even if you call us normally, not even sales call, we're already nervous. We prefer to chat. We're like that. Some of us are like that. Introverts, usually. Some people say I'm not an introvert. They say I'm an ambivert, whatever people want to call it. But me, I just know that I don't like receiving phone calls. I get, hey, who is this person calling me? Sometimes I don't pick up a call if I don't know the person calling. Sometimes it's just that I'm nervous. And some people find it so easy to do sales calls, cold calls, pick up the phone and call anybody, and you won't catch me there. So the essence for this is that there are other ways to do it. Yes, some people choose the outbound ways, which is going after clients and making cold calls, cold mails and stuff. However, some people like me who like the soft life, we choose to rather have clients come to us. We don't want to chase. Instead, we attract. We like that style. I like to attract too. I don't like chasing people. Let them just come. So you also find in this class what you can do to make them come on their own. All right. I'll also show you simple automated systems I use to attract paying premium clients who pay. So people who pay, I'll show you simple. I have nothing to hide in this class. Trust me. I'm going to show you some of the systems I use so that if you want to use it for your own self, please go ahead. We're all here to win. Okay, nobody's carrying first in class. But we're all here to win. All right. So some of you are here and wondering, who is this? I've never met her before. I don't know who she is. I just joined this class. Okay, good. Let me introduce myself. My name is Amber Eyangajakaye. I am the lead strategist at iDenodred Consulting, which is my agency. And what I do is that I help coaches, experts, and consultants, and including service businesses, to attract clients easily and consistently using simple strategies, structures, and systems. Simple, not all the complex things, but more simplified methods that anyone can apply. Anyone, as long as you're a coach, you're a service business, you're a coach, you're an expert, you're a consultant. That is my core focus. So I don't really focus on product businesses. I focus more on service businesses and coaches, people who impact others with their expertise. I will help you better attract clients using very simplified methods. Nothing bogus. Me, I don't like headache. I like soft life. So the simpler it is, the better. Because I like my clients like me for that, because I'm able to look for something that's complicated and find a simpler way to help them achieve. All right. So, I promise to you today, whatever time you're watching this at this moment, is that after this masterclass, you will know exactly what to do in your business to start attracting more ready buyers. I'm talking about paying clients, more ready buyers than window shoppers. We all know who a window shopper is. They just come to look around. And that's what most of you have been having in your DMs, or have been going on calls with people who just want to explore. So they'll come and be asking questions, get on the sales call and ask 1 million questions, but they are not ready to buy. They just came to window shop. You've been a window shopper before, so you can relate. You've entered a shop before and you knew you were not ready to buy, you just wanted to look around. You knew you could not afford it, you wanted to look around. That's what those people do when they come and make that call with you and ask you a lot of questions and then say, you know what, I'll get back to you. It's because they are window shopping, all right? And it's not as if it's a bad thing to do. Window shopping is legit, it is allowed. But me and you, we know that we are here for business. If people want to window shop, then they should tell us ahead of time that they're coming to window shop, not the one to come claiming to buy. Then when they come and waste our time, they don't buy. No. So instead, what we want to do is not try to attract window shoppers, but attract ready buyers. Let window shop. If the window shoppers come, maybe they will have what we'll tell them to do, but we want ready buyers because we didn't come here to waste time or to count bridge. We came here to sell. All right. So, are we ready to kick off? Are we ready to kick off? Tell me if you are ready. I want to see your comments. Are we ready to kick off? Are we ready? Are we ready to kick off? Let me see your comments. I'm looking this way because my phone is where I see the comments. On my screen, all I see is the slides. I can't see you, so I have to always look at my phone this way to see your comments. Yay, Mercy Funaya is ready. Yay. Are we ready? Are we ready? Good. The publicity lady, super ready. I love it. Tosi, welcome. Super ready. Yay. So awesome. So this is what I want you guys to do. First things first, subscribe to my channel. I'll be dropping some, in fact, I'm on a 100 days challenge to put up videos on this channel. And I'm not going to care how the videos want to look. The raw, the better. No too much editing. You know, I'm a master editor. But to see that I'm not even editing over editing videos, it just shows you that it's about getting it done and not overthinking stuff. That's what I'm trying to prove here. So subscribe to my channel. All right, just click the subscribe button so that every time if I put up a video, you know. All right, also limit all distractions. So if you know there's a lot of noise around you, just go and find one quiet place, lock the door, tell them not to disturb you for the next at least 2 hours, all right, and we'll be done in no time. Please pay attention. If you have a notepad with you, all the better. Please have a notepad. Don't just depend on your brain. You know, we are busy people, so a lot of things take our attention. Have a notepad that you take all your notes. I've had this book for over 2 years. It's still not full, but all my ideas are in here. Amazing stuff. So don't undervalue the importance of having a notebook. All right. So first things first, I'm getting started right now. Awesome. Welcome. So yes, the first thing I want to kick off with, the first statement I want to establish is that ready buyers are around you. They're around me, they're around all of us. They are not hiding somewhere. They are not in one location like what I was saying on the other day on my live. I said ready buyers are not congregating somewhere. Not like the one that you say, where will I? You said there's no customer on this Instagram. All these Instagram people say they cannot afford somebody. Let me go to LinkedIn. That's where they can afford me. It doesn't work that way. Ready buyers are around you. If you like, sit down on WhatsApp stories. You will attract ready buyers. You just need to know what to do. So the next question I want to ask is, attracting them or are you repelling them? Because if they are everywhere, then what is going on? That's the real question here. And that's why you all join this session. Because you want to know why you've been attracting them. Why you have not been attracting them, rather. And if you are not attracting them, it means something. It's as good as saying you are repelling them. So it's either you're attracting them or you are driving them. So if currently you are not attracting ready buyers, people who buy, that means you are driving them away. What that means is that if you are attracting people who don't buy, that means you are driving people who buy. It's just simple mathematics. Garbage in, garbage out. Or is it computer science? If you are not attracting them, it means you are repelling them. It's as simple as that. And this is what changed everything for me. The moment I realized that my method, everything I was doing was repelling buyers, repelling the kind of clients I wanted, people who pay, it changed everything. I just had to go and trace back and change certain things I was doing, and then everything changed. So today I'm going to open up your eyes to see what you are doing wrong that is repelling paying clients and instead attracting the people who say they cannot afford you. In essence, you're attracting a lot of window shoppers or people who are not even interested at all. At least a window shopper is interested. It's just that they are not buying now. But there are some people who are not even interested at all. Some of you are even attracting the ones who are not interested at all. And that is also a problem. So let's proceed. All right. So the question to ask yourself is how have you been repelling them? Let's identify how have you been repelling the people who pay, because that's who we want to concentrate on. We've established that we're attracting a lot of people who can't afford, right? Now it's time to realize, okay, how have we been repelling the people, driving the people who can afford us? And I want to highlight a few things you have been doing wrong. All right. So number one, no clarity. No clarity. Like when I say clarity, we're talking about how, for most of us here who are listening to me, the problem may just be that you are not clear on who you want to attract. Sorry, you are not clear. Sometimes you come to sell your offer or you put out whatever you are selling, your expertise, and for you is about anybody who's interested, come and buy. So you just talk because you are talking to anyone who can hear you, who is interested. It doesn't work that way. You have to be very clear on who you want to attract, or else you will speak to everyone, inclusive of those you don't want to attract. And that is the number one mistake. What you are doing now is speaking to everyone, and you should not be speaking to everyone. You're not a politician. You're not one who is looking for any kind of vote. You want a ready buyer's vote. You don't want a window shopper's vote. So what you are doing now is that whatever you are doing is attracting the window shopper. And one of what's causing that is that you are not clear, you by yourself, you've not done your own groundwork to be very clear on who you want to attract. So because of that, you are now speaking to those who you don't want to attract. And that is the problem. So one thing I would advise you do is that you sit down and do some paperwork. All right. Sit down and line it up. Who I want in one column, who I want to attract. In another column, who I don't want to attract. Trust me, it's very magical. That's one action alone. And by that, even in that list, you will list everything. I don't want people, be very specific. I don't want people who blah, blah, blah. I don't want this kind of person. These are the kind of red flags I don't want to see. I don't want, write it very clearly who you want to attract. The amount you want them to be able to pay you, the kind of things you want them to say when they get on the call with you, be very clear. Be very clear, because once you can see clearly who you want to attract, it's clear on paper, and that way your focus is directed at, okay, now what can I do next to attract people who behave like this? All right. If you even check through my channel, there's a video I recorded that is on BTS, behind the scenes of my content creation process. You would see a table I drew. In that table, if you use your eye well, and while you're watching that video, you sneak and see, you will see a large column of clients I don't want. I wrote it, I think it's up to 40 things that I don't want in a client. I wrote it down. The clarity that comes with that, and then writing down exactly the client you want, amazing, because now your focus is on this list, not this list. So you have to be very clear on who you want to attract. That is where it begins. All right. The next thing you need to do is, if you're just joining, I want to see your comments so that I know who is here. Please, if you're coming, don't hide. If you just join, don't hide. Just drop a comment so I know who is here, because I'm looking at my screen this way, my phone this way, my charts. All right. The second thing you are doing that is wrong is that you are not specific about the end goal or results that the clients can achieve. And by specific, I mean you are too vague. You are too, or how would I put this now? Some of us, what we do is that we just look at things we take things very lightly. You don't know that the client that pays wants a specific answer. In fact, that's what I'm telling you now, in case you did not know. The client that pays is very specific about what she wants. She's not confused. So if you give her a vague offer that does not arrive at a specific goal, you won't get her. She will go to somebody else who is very specific. And a good example I will give here is when I had one of my audits with a client, and she told me how, she keeps on attracting people what was that again? She keeps on attracting people who want her work. Let me not even go to the conversation so that I will not release some things. But the major thing here is that she's a weight loss coach, and in teaching weight loss, she just attracts everyone, because, guys, come on now. This is December. Everybody wants to lose weight. We all want to lose weight. So the issue here is that her goal here is to attract people who want to lose weight. Do you see how wide that is? There's no end. There's no specific goal. It's really about lose weight. I'll help you lose weight. But if you tie that goal to an end result, lose weight so that blah, 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 that is what some people miss out. Don't just leave it hanging. End somewhere. Like, if it's about lose weight so that you will reduce your high blood pressure, fine. Now, that is a specific result. If it's about lose weight so that you will fit into your wedding dress, specific goal. you will now attract that one, that is that particular client that is looking to fit into a wedding dress. So the more specific you are in your niche, the higher the tendency of you attracting clients who actually pay, because those ones are not looking for people who just give broad solutions. They're looking for people who have specific solutions that they can offer them. And your place is not just to pick, and itch and scratch. Okay, I'll help you lose weight in 5 days. Somebody who pays is looking for a holistic transformation. If somebody is having high blood now, or any kind of sickness, or high cholesterol, or whatever, and they're looking for help, if you give her a fuller transformation, like not just losing weight, you help her with fitness, you help her with mindset, you help her with a meal plan, you help her with, if you give her a full transformation, she's more likely to come to you and pay you than somebody who is just there to tell her to lose weight in 6 days. Okay, after the 6 days, what if she loses the weight on the 7th, she adds the weight back on the 7th day? What happens? Do you see the problem here? Some of us are giving, I call it scratching an itch. Just scratch. It's just like, sometime last 2 weeks or so, I had this ear pain, all right? And I knew that, when you have such pain in those kind of areas, nose or throat, it's bacteria. When you have pain, it's obviously an infection. So my ears, I just had the pain in my ear. I knew it was an infection. However, when that happened, I went to the pharmacy and they told me I needed a prescription. I needed to get a doctor's prescription. They can't just give me off the counter like that, antibiotics. And I knew that I wanted antibiotics. I don't want an ointment that will just, or ear drop that I'll put in my ear. I needed antibiotics because that one goes inside and solves the solution fully from the inside, meaning that it clears all bacteria, whether it's connected to the ear, any bacteria that is even hiding and wants to go to my nose next time, it will clear it from the inside. All right. Now, when that happened, of course, because I was not ready for all this doctor and procedure that's to be doctor, I just had to deal with the little solution they gave me, which was airdrop. Although it worked, but after a few days, the pain came again. But just to tell you how that was me scratching an itch, them giving me airdrop was scratching an itch. But the full transformation would have been me taking a full dose of antibiotics, probably seeing a doctor, consulting with the doctor, getting the antibiotics, getting maybe extra things they'll give me alongside, full treatment. Now, this is where some of us miss the mark. We present our offer as an airdrop, not as the full package of the consultancy, of everything, of the checkup, of regular checkup, of the doctor opening the ear to see what is inside, of him doing tests. Do you see? Some of us just give half-baked solution and then you expect to be paid by somebody who pays. Why do you think they're going to that other person who you feel does not know as much as you? Because she's giving a more holistic transformation. And that's the truth. So rather than offer band-aid solution, can you think about the full pie? Rather than give a piece of your pie, can you think about a holistic pie? Can you think about turning up your offer, like leveling it up? Some people use the word elevate. Some people say upgrade. Some people say repackage or join. All we know that we're talking about offer here. So let me give you a few examples I have on the screen so that I'll not use my brain and just calculate this. For example, now you tell me on your screen right now, you can see two options. One says, I'll design graphics for you. Another one says, I will give your brand a facelift by improving your product design and packaging so you can yield better results on your, I was going to write on your next marketing campaign. Tell me between these two, which one will attract a ready buyer? Tell me, I want to see the comments. Between these two people, which of them will attract a ready buyer or will attract ready buyers? Tell me. Between these two people, which of them will attract ready buyers? Quick. Which of these two will attract ready buyers? Okay. Answers are dropping. I want to see your comments. So I want to see. Now, do you see where I'm going? All of you are saying number two. Do you see how the first person just left it? I will design graphics for you. Of course, anybody can. Do you know what he has just done to himself? he has positioned himself in competition with Canva, because anybody can design graphics on Canva. So what some of you are doing is you've positioned your offer to compete with a free tool out there that anyone can jump on and use. That is the problem. That is why you're attracting people who don't pay. You are trying to serve the itch. Because of that, you just present a small solution to an itch. Of course, when I went to buy the eardrop, it just cost me about, how much is 50 dirhams? That should be about, okay, mathematics in my brain right now, but that money did not reach up to 10K to buy eardrops for my ear that time. Some of us are doing that right now. We are selling small solution. Okay, small class. I will do this class on how to fix your highlights. Okay, the next class is how to design a graphic bag. Okay, the next class, you are doing tiny eardrop solutions. Eardrop solutions, when you should be given a holistic package. Your eardrop solution is competing with free tools out there that anyone can use. Free tools out there that anyone can use, and that's the truth. The eardrop solution was competing with any other basic solution which anybody could give. I went on the internet, people were saying you can do this, you can use olive oil, you can throw this in your ear, you can keep your ear light when you're sleeping. Those were all eardrop solutions. But the full package is where you give everything, the test, this thing, everything that makes it holistic and makes it more transformational. That goes in and cleans the system so that ears, nose, mouth, throat, everything, they're connected. So a doctor will probably go in and clean the entire system from the inside so that not from ear to turn to nose. He will make sure, they call them ENT doctors. They take care of the entire, because that is their concentration, everything, because all of these things are connected. Your eye, your nose, your throat, your everything. Do you get me? Let me give you another example. Who is calling my name there? Messi. Another example on your screen, and I shared this on my page the other day. Which of these two would instantly get hired? Two examples. The first one says, I am a content creator. I will help you create better content so you can be more visible and sell your offers. Maybe that one did what we said the other people should do. Don't just say I'm a graphic artist. So this one finished it. He said, so that will help you, blah, blah, blah. Then the second one now says, I am a lead generation expert. I'll help you generate more high quality leads to your business so you can 2x to 5x your profits. Which of these two will get a ready buyer, like instantly? Tell me. Which of these two will get buyer, like sharp? Hey, Dayo is here. Yay, Intimacy Master is here. My people are here. Welcome. I think I saw Lerato too. Welcome. Lenny Sapphire, welcome. So which of these two, Don Wi-Fi, Vocal, welcome. Toby Asa, I love you all. Welcome. Which of these two will instantly get hired? Tell me. Sosi said number 2. Dayo said number 2. The publicity lady, the second one. We are all in sync. So you all agree. Oh, the publicity lady said the offer is so mouth-watering, the second offer. Good. So you agree that the second offer hits it on the head, attaches it to a result that everyone wants. They want to see, oh, you help me increase my money. Let's go there. But you see what the first person did? She said, I will help you. I am a content creator. I will help you create better content so you can be more visible and sell your offers. I know that if you go online and ask people, what do you want? And I see it a lot happen online. A coach will just come online and say, what do you want me to teach? What do you need right now for your business? Everybody just write there, visibility. Do you know, I just look at the comment and say, what kind of wrong answers are these? Or it's just like templated answers, like what they have heard others say. So they just duplicate, copy and paste. The question is, what do you really want? Do you want visibility or do you want more money? Do you want more profit? Do you want strategies to more profit? The mistake some of us do is that we go after the means instead of the end goal. We go after the means to the end goal rather than the end goal itself. Because what you should do instead is if you are selling your offer, project the end goal to the client. The client wants to see that you can give them that end goal. They don't care about your method. If you think like the other day, I was talking to a publicity lady. They don't care about highlights and stuff. They are just going to pay you peanuts for that, because even Canva can do highlights. They want to know what you can do for them. Will the highlight do anything? It doesn't just stop at being visible. Will it increase their money? If they put 100K today, will they get 200K tomorrow? That is what they want to know. Will they be able to sell more? They want to know that. Some of us, we position our offers to just sound like we're showing them the how. And that's what most content creators do. That's why I had to use this example. Content creator is the how. But there's an end goal to the content we create. All of us are creating content. But you know, the how is the content creation. However, the end goal is that you generate leads through your content. That's why the second person will win. Because that person went to the end goal, gongo. And in that end goal, he knows that some of what he needs to do is generate content, is to create content. So just pack what that first person said and put inside number 2. That is his how. So he's a lead generation expert. He will help them generate more high quality leads to their business so that they will 2 times to 5x their profit. How will he do it? By creating content that makes them more visible so that they can sell their offers. You see how he has carried the answer for number 1 and added in his own, because that is his how. Some of us, what we do is that we sell the how when we should be selling the end. I don't know if I'm making sense, because this thing is hot in my body like this. Okay, so this is what we should all look at. So go back and look at your offer. Go back and look at your offer. Are you positioning it as a how or as the result? As the result that the client wants. It's not enough to say you sell visibility. Visibility so that what? I help you lose weight. So that what? Do you get me? There has to be a so that what? And that so that what is what you sell. When you hear people say sell outcomes, this is what I'm explaining right here. So maybe you've heard it too much, it doesn't make any sense. What I just explains, breaks down carefully what that thing means when people say sell outcomes. Customers buy outcomes. So don't sell, it's not about the how, sell the outcome. Let's go on. The third thing you're doing wrong is your positioning. Are you positioning yourself right? The problem some of us are doing, or the thing some of us are doing, is that we have not positioned ourselves as an authority. So what happens is that we keep serving or speaking to people who cannot pay us. This, I have to find how can I explain this so that it doesn't look so over the head, you know? So I brought this example that my husband has told me a couple of times, you know. This example of selling to customers in Bariga and selling to clients in Ikoyi. Please, who can tell me the difference between Bariga and Ikoyi in your own sense? If you've been in Lagos before, you've lived in Lagos and you know these 2 areas, can you tell me the difference between these 2 areas? Bariga and Ikoyi. Lerato is here. Let her give us this. You know, this is her. You know, she's very conversant with locations and stuff. So Lagos people, tell us, what is the difference between Bariga and Ikoyi? Tell us, so that other people here can have some context. I'm looking at the comments. I'm waiting for you. What is the disparity between Bariga and Ikoyi? Okay. Oh, Abidemi is here. Welcome. My people, like my maximized clients are here. Yay. Abidemi said Ikoyi is highbrow. Tosi said 1 to 100, literally. Wow. I've never been to Bariga, but I've been to Ikoyi. I've been to Ikoyi, but I've never been to Bariga. Even if I grew up in Lagos, I've never been to Bariga. So this, as people are telling me, to be giving me better context still. All right. Tosi said light and day. Or more. See disparity. Okay, give me more. Who else? I'm waiting for more comments. Who else can give me the difference between Bariga and Ikoyi? All right. Intimacy Master, Bariga is ghetto compared to Ikoyi. Okay, thank you. Tosi says Ikoyi highbrow, Bariga all comers. Wow. Now, so at least you have heard from people in the comments. You've seen the difference here. Now, positioning. Let's go back to positioning and me explaining it in very simple terms so that it doesn't appear over the top of our head. Now, my husband told me about a friend of his who is into clothing. You know, he's a fashion designer. Now, he sells to normal, he sells in his area, normal clients, just affordable rates and all. One of those days, he got an opportunity to deliver, to make a package for a client that was based in highbrow area. Now, guess what happened? The moment now I hope I don't mix up this story because there are so many stories that are related to this in my head right now, But the point is, when he was faced with a higher brow customer, do you know automatically he had to level up his game? That's the best way I can put it now. Do you know automatically he had to level up his game? He did not sell to that highbrow customer or that clients who came from, in quote, Ikoyi, like the people he has been selling to in his Yaba or Surulere area. Surulere itself is even trying, Ojo Elegba, Now, I want you to think about it in this light. If you were to sell something, let's look at Bariga and Ikoyi. If you were to sell anything, let's even go back to products. If you were to sell a product right now, since that one is physical, you can touch it, would you sell it in Bariga the same way you sell it in Ikoyi or vice versa? Will you sell it in Ikoyi the same way you have been selling it in Bariga? Will you stand, let me say Bariga, you will stand on the road, bye, Bagege bread, yeah. Maybe you will shout or you will use loudspeaker, you make all the noise, hit drum. No. Maybe how you sell in a Bariga will be different from how you package that bread and take it to Ikoyi. Ikoyi, suddenly you will just arrange. Your selling method will improve. You elevate it. You even package the bread inside a very nice bag. You will put it into nylon service is too cheap. You will look for one kind packaging, arrange it. You will even put the person's name. We appreciate you for being our highly valued client. No, this was no more customer for bread. It's now clients, bread clients. Suddenly, and not just that, you will increase the price because you know that if you do all these arrangements, number one, you run at a loss because you have spent more money to package it. Secondly, if you do all this arrangement and sell it to that client in Ikoyi for just 50 naira, you know he will not value it. Messi is just calling my name up and down. You know he will not value it if you do that. You know. Now, I had to bring down the example so that you would understand. This another example that I can use here. Do you know that, and some of us have used this thing to laugh, sure, puff puff was seen as one kind of local dish. You just at the junction. Me, I grew up seeing them do puff puff I grew up in Lawrence and Surulere. And you see at junctions, you see early in the morning, you see women there frying akara and puff puff. That's what people used to eat too before they enter bus and go to work, CMS and blah blah. Puff puff everywhere. But guess what happened when puff puff needed to associate itself with spring rolls and samosas? He elevated. Do you see? Automatically, a puff puff that was seen as local became, because of positioning, he went and positioned himself alongside high value offers like samosa and spring roll. Now puff puff is now leveled. He elevated. Now puff puff is no more called puff puff, it's now called small chops. Thank you, Tosin, for that. Do you see what we're talking about positioning here? And while I'm talking about this, think about the examples I showed you earlier, the number one and number two, your offer, and how how you've been vague about it and not, how you've been, too non-specific, or what the things you have done and at selling this thing and not the end goal. I hope you're understanding here. Puff puff suddenly is now small chops. Imagine. How come nobody's calling puff puff anymore? Elevation, repackaging, rebranding, positioning. It's just what it is. The moment you know that you are now ready to serve paying clients, people who pay, you would have to elevate your positioning. You would have to sell like you are selling to an Ikoyi and not a Bariga. The mistake some of you are doing is that you feel you have a nice offer, however, you are still selling it in Bariga style. And that's the truth. You are still selling it in Bariga style. You are doing the things that Bariga, you are doing you are selling in the Bariga way. You are doing the things the typical Bariga seller would do. All the things you do, all the things selling that you do, all those things are attracting Bariga clients. Okay, Lerato says Ikoyi is elitist, Bariga is ghetto. Okay, good. I love the examples coming in. Well, so do you see what we are doing here? We've positioned our businesses to sell in a Bariga way instead of in an Ikoyi way. And what does that imply? If you wanted to change, reposition Puff Puff, you know exactly what to do. What we said, how we reposition bread. Suddenly, bread became elevated. Sure, there's one bread that here inside supermarket that they're selling how much? But how much was that bread? It was just an outrageous price when we all know the price of bread. It's simply positioning and elevation. People are buying that bread. No matter how all of you shout, they are buying that bread. Maybe that bread is just, this is one of his little outlets. He probably has a place that is selling high profile and only high profile people go there. Or maybe a few just sneak and enter one supermarket and everybody saw it. That's just what it is. There's something about selling to Ikoyi that is about exclusivity. It's about being special. It's about holistic transformation. It's about something more puffed up and something more demanding, something that requires ease. You don't make them go through stress. Unlike Puff Puff, you say, I don't saw your cloth finish. Oh, yeah, come pick am. That's Bariga selling. Oh, yeah, come pick am. No come by 3 o'clock, go traffic too much. But the Ikoyi person say, I'll deliver it to you, sir. When will you be around? Do you see levels have changed? And all those things come with higher pricing. And that brings us to the next point, I believe. You are undercharging. You are undercharging. Hadiza, welcome. The publicity lady. So even Gragra type of position can attract. Yes, thank you. I didn't want to say it, but you have said it. Gragra marketing. You have attracted Bariga clients. All those Gragra, also Lambosu. You're attracting Bariga. I don't even need to say it. Some of these things, just from you looking at the examples, you can see why you are attracting the people who you don't want to attract, people who cannot pay. And it brings us to the next point. You are undercharging. What did we say about the examples of the bread and puff puff? When you want to arrange it, you package it. What did we say about the client, the person who wanted to go and deliver clothing? Next thing, everything transformed. Now, if he took that thing he sold to the person in Ikoyi and he gave him 5K as his price, the man will just collect it or tell him to drop it at the gate man. And he won't tell the gate man to dash it to his first son. Don't worry, don't bring it to his house. You can keep it. But guess what? By the time you amplify or elevate your offer and you give it some respect, you will put some price on it, because if you put a low price on it, you are going to belittle yourself. That client you want to attract is going to look at it like, no, that means this is nonsense. And that's the truth. I'll give you another example. One of those days when we're younger, right, still living in Lagos, I remember my daddy used to take antibiotics, just often. He used to take it often, and he liked this particular brand, B-Charm. That was the brand. I remember it so well because he was always sending us to go buy it. And as of that time, this particular drug, one capsule was 50 naira, or was it 100 naira? I can't remember, but the price was big. Like, B-Charm, Ampiclox. No, that was not. Yes, Ampiclox, B-Charm, whatever. But it was a capsule, right? And he really trusted this brand. So anytime we go and buy, he must tell us to buy that brand called B-Charm. And I don't know why. Who told him about that one? I don't know. But if we go and we see another brand, we'll tell him that we saw another one, should we buy it? No, don't worry, come back. So he would never allow us buy something else, and it was the most expensive. Now, one of those days, I went to the supermarket, to the pharmacy, to buy the drug he had sent me, and I think the drug was 15 naira for one capsule. So you buy maybe a full card. It was so expensive even in that time. And I remember going there, and this person over the counter gave me the same exact drug, B-Charm, Ampiclox. And when I asked how much, they told me it was 35 naira per capsule. I looked at the thing. 35 naira. Is it original? He said yes. I looked well, B-Charm. I saw the spelling, it was correct. Okay, thank you, I paid. I went home. I went and gave daddy. I said, see your change. He collected it though. Next thing I said, see your change. He was surprised. Which change? And I told him, I found a place they sold it cheaper. That's how my daddy gave me back the drugs to go and return it. Automatically, he felt that was counterfeit. Even though it had the name, it had everything. It looked like Bicham. It had the feel, everything. But the moment he saw that it was cheaper, he told me to go and return that drug. I went and returned it. Now, I had to bring up that example to let you know that some of you are undercharging, and because of that, what did we say before? If you are attracting more people who cannot pay you, that means you are repelling people who can pay you. So because you are undercharging, you are attracting or you are repelling a lot of paying clients. Give me refund to return it, and they refunded the money. So automatically, because it was underpriced, he felt it was counterfeit. The same way, the people who want your offer, a full transformation, they know the amount of money they've gauged in their head that this will cost. So when you come with them with an underpriced, they say, no, no, this can't be real. I'm sure it's fake. You go and return it. It's just what it is. They don't want it. They will prefer that person who tells them the price is. They will go for that one because of the perceived value. Somehow they perceive value when something, there's a higher value when something is higher priced. I don't know if some of you have heard this story that happened with Payless. So there's a brand in the US called Payless. Is that the name? Yes. But they are a high street brand, meaning that they sell a lot of affordable clothing and stuff for people. They call them high street because anyone can actually get them. They are very affordable for the normal average person, right? Now, what happened with this particular brand? If you go on YouTube, you'll be able to watch this story. Just check out, you can write about what Payless did. Well, let me just explain the story. You can go and find out by yourself. Anyway, so this is what happened. Payless, this brand, decided to open a new outlet somewhere. So maybe in one kind, Chicago or New York or one of these, in a highbrow area anyways. And decided to give it another name. All right. So they now called it a luxury store. But guess what they did? This is a normal affordable brand. They set up a luxury store in a new location, gave it a new name. But guess what they did? They took the clothes from the cheap store and stocked it in that luxury store and formed, hey, we're opening our new luxury store. Come and shop. Kiniko, Kiniko. They made a lot of publicity. People showed up to shop. Now they were just trying to test an experiment, and this is what they proved. People were coming to shop. Wow, I love these shoes. Oh, and when they see the price, wow, $600. Wow, these normal shoes that they will buy maybe like $90 or $60 or small price in normal Payless in a normal shop. But they will say $600. Oh my God, I really must get this. That's how they'll put into stock. They will see another bag, cheap bag that they will sell, but here, when they saw the bag was going for 1.5. That's how they were paying. Until eventually, they now told all of them that this was just a test. That this bag actually, the real price of this bag is. Do not tell them the real price. You know, the shock on their faces, they could not believe. But hey, that's what the simple proof here was, that people automatically just attached value because, certainly this was a luxury store positioning. The kind of people who come here, exclusivity. I don't know what happened. The people who come here, exclusivity, people who like to pay, who are premium and all of that, who know what they want and get it. They like this kind of exclusivity. They want the full package. They want it more expensive. They want higher transformation. They want higher value. I shared it in our community on Maximize. So some of you can relate with this already. So what? Okay, Toby said they saw that video, you see. So what happened there was that they were able to prove to the people that, this same bag you love so much here, we are selling it in our shop for just $60. That's when those people realized, yeah, but it just proved something here. That some of you, what you are doing is that you are undercharging. You are undercharging it with your offers. And because of that, you are automatically repelling the people who pay. You are repelling the people who actually pay higher. Mercy just repeating my name. Mercy. You are just repelling people who pay higher. And you don't realize it, but you are doing so. All right. And for you, you're feeling, let me just sell it for lower so that I will attract them. What you don't realize is that Shebi is easy now. When it's lower, they will come. After all, it's cheap. Shebi, me, I'm selling this 5K masterclass. After all, it's cheaper. How many people turned up? Shebi, I should have had the whole world decide here because it is cheap. But guess what? Because that is not who I am targeting right now. So now me pushing my message to start talking, about, how to just send me in another direction. So it's just what it is. You would think people will come because it's cheap, right? But guess what? This year alone, I've attracted more high-paying clients in just a little number that I can count. Not to, I won't even finish counting with my hand. Yet I achieved far more than I achieved last year. This year I achieved far more with just a few clients. So I'm just here to tell you that it's not by numbers. Though. If you price well and don't even hurt your business, because you are undercharging, you are hurting your business. As in as much as you're attracting people who won't pay, you're also hurting your business because what do you take home at the end of the day? What do you make in your business? Are you just here to play a hobby and go? Also, you are attracting people who can't pay because your audience is filled now with people looking for free or cheap. And that's what you don't realize. There's something, because of, I had to make a full transition, like from selling low price offers to more high price offers. And my prices are increasing even as we go because what the transition is happening, But here's something that happened. Even in that transition, I had to go through a lot because my audience was already made of people who were used to me selling them smaller price offers. So if you make a transition and start increasing your price, you will have to go through a phase. And it's allowed, it's part of the process. So it's not even a rush thing. To allow it happen, it's part of the process. It took me a while. So what you don't know is that as you're selling your things for cheap now, your audience is currently filled with people who buy cheap. So that when you now introduce something high, they're like, Kilele, where did this one come from? This one is joking. Which kind of money is this one? That's the truth. Which is why I say the transition has to happen. Allow time to transit, meaning that, and we'll go into what you need to start doing when we start talking about what you should change. And that transition will happen over time. So what you are doing now, all of you are attracting, if you are here and you're attracting people who don't pay, it's because the people in your audience, you've been feeding them with all the points I've mentioned earlier. And secondly, they are now used to buying cheap from you. So when you now put something that the price is a little bit higher, they'll say, I thought it was 5K. I kid you not, guys. When I was selling video editing last year, video editing course at 5K, I had a lot of people who would still enter my DM and tell me, 5K, please, I have only 3K. I kid you not. And they always had only 3K. I never had anybody who said I have only 4.5 or I have only 4K or I have only 2.5. There was a fixed discount they kept on giving, removing 2K and saying they have 3K. And honestly, the thing used to pain me till I just used to allow it. When they talk like that, I'll just say, you have only 3K. They'll say yes. Because it was not a robot thing for me. And I would just say, sorry, it's 5K, I'll move on. But I kept on getting angry. And I told myself, Shebi is you that selling 5K course. What do you expect before I better shift? Let's proceed. Another thing you need to sorry, my slides. Tosi says she can relate. It's true, and I'm sure many people here can relate. And the fifth point I want to mention here is this. All right, my slides are not moving, and it moved now. Oh, what happened? It's hanging. Sorry, guys. Okay, I think it should move now. Oh, now moved too far. Sorry, guys, but I hope you're enjoying the session. And please, if you have any questions, please feel free to take it down. At the point when we ask for questions, please, you can ask. My laptop has just frozen. Oh, frozen. Anyways, the last point I wanted to mention while we wait for it to unfreeze. The last point I wanted to mention is Some of us, what we have done, hi, Mrs. Gloria, Instagram, welcome. Good to have you here. The last point I'm going to mention is for some of us, we have turned our business process or our marketing process to be one where we take people through a step-by-step process before they buy, meaning that we'll start from free lead magnets, and for us that is a usual pattern, and it's because of what we have learned too. It's what people have taught us in internet marketing, that no, before you sell, don't sell immediately, wait. The first thing you need to do is give a free lead magnet. After the lead magnet, the next thing, you now give them small thing to buy, tripwire. They call it tripwire. Sell them that. After the tripwire, and you know they bought mama hair, then sell them another small thing. Then like that, take them through a value ladder. They call it value ladder. You can choose to call it price ladder, anything. But what that implies is that you want to start people from free lead magnets, then you take them. Now, I want to ask you all a question, and please, I want an answer. And this is not something I'm accusing anyone. Even me, I thought it in the past, but that was because I was not selling high tickets, and I didn't understand the dynamics. But now that I'm selling, I know that there's a different dynamics here. You tell me, if you want to sell to a ready buyer, we call it ready bar. Do you think the person wants to wait to first collect something for free first, and then wait for whenever you want to sell them the tripwire next, and then wait till you sell the higher, then you now wait till they sell the full? If somebody wants a full solution now, do you think they want just a basic airdrop? I want answers. Since we're talking about ready buyer, ready, the word ready is there. How many person wants to buy now? The question is, why do some of us take all our clients through a process of give them free first, then you now do this, then you give them tripwire, then you now take them through a value ladder? Very good question. Toby said no time for that. Now, do you see, because I'm explaining the science around a ready buyer, you can resonate, because now you know that if the person is ready, that means the person is ready to pay. So why am I taking time to take them through a process? Some of us call it funnel. Yes, the ready buyer just comes on board, no stress. They are ready. They pay. Thank you, Mercy, for that. Policy lady said, yes, for someone who is ready to buy, they don't need all of that. They come up straight and they say, no, I don't want any lead magnet. I don't want any class. I just want the full solution. What can you do for me? This is the problem. Give it to me now. They're not going to go through your value ladder. This is something even I didn't. And that's why I'm exposing it to you all now, because I have realized it, and I'm here to spread the message. If you want to sell to people who are not ready, then you can do that style. But if you want to attract a ready buyer, you need to sell the solution straight up. Don't try to take people through any kind of road. The mistake some of us are doing is that we are doing that road, that value ladder thing, as our primary number one strategy. So when you want to sell, the first thing you do is that, hi everyone, okay, when maybe you create content, you now say, and your call to action will now be, please join my mailing list. To go and do what? Or you say, join my Facebook group, and then what will happen? Do you see how the things you have been doing have automatically attracted window shoppers? Because if you're looking to attract a ready buyer, you would tell them, book a call with me, let's get talking. Pay for this, pay for my strategy call, pay for my course. You straight up give them what to buy. But some of us instead will say, join my mailing list. Join my mailing list so that you receive my newsletter. What is all that road for? Johnny. Or you tell them, join my Facebook group where I show up every Thursday. Meanwhile, that is like Sunday. So they have to wait till Thursday to hear from you. Do you see how many of the things we have been doing are against our mission to find ready buyers? If he says, because we don't know who the ready buyers are. Okay, I don't understand. Exactly. Okay, the reason why I'm saying this iffy is because some of us, this is our primary strategy. And I'm saying, if that is your primary strategy, to always, anybody that comes have to always go through your funnel, then you're getting it wrong. And I will go further to explain to you what you can do instead. So don't worry, I'm coming, okay? Don't worry, I'm coming. I just had a time on that. My laptop would stabilize because it was hanging. Sorry. Okay, I'm looking for my slides. Okay, good. I found it. Ayomide says, why are you shaking mailing list table? No, I also have mailing list. But you see the points I'm taking, I'm going here. It's good that we're all talking to ourselves. It's one on one. So we're all in the same sector. So it's not I'm not trashing mailing. I'm not trashing mailing list. I also have a mailing list. I also do lead magnets and stuff. But the thing is, let's look at it two ways. You have two kind of clients who come to you. And don't worry, when I go further, I will explain better. Don't worry. There are principles that guide what I'm explaining. So I'll explain it to you. Clients who come to is either they are a window shopper, meaning they are interested but they are not buying now, or they are interested and they are ready to buy now. Now, some of us, what we have done is to focus on the people who are interested but not buying now. We are focused more on selling to window shoppers, which is why we always do that. Follow my funnel, just start from the beginning. Go and wait for my show up on Thursdays in the Facebook group. Join my mailing list when I'll send you a mail, and in that mail, maybe I'll even welcome you before I sell to you in the next 3 weeks, in the third mail. We're focused more. Our strategy is driven at selling to the window shopper. Meanwhile, we forget that the ready buyer is looking at us like this. As you are there doing join my mailing list, the person has turned around and gone to the client that is selling, gone to the coach that is selling now. So if you want to balance it up, I advise you focus, let this be your primary, sell to the ready buyer. Then secondary should be that window shopper. Oh yeah, if you're not ready now, we are join my mailing list so that whenever you're ready, I'll keep nurturing you till you're ready. Do you see? So if what you're doing now is selling to the window shopper, just turn the coin, flip the coin. Sell primarily to the buyer, the ready buyer, and then secondarily to the window shopper. I hope that makes sense. Yes, you'll be able to get the recording, don't Wi-Fi. Yes, so Patrick, I'm hitting the nail on the head. It's a very strong nail. We hit it like this. Anyway, so this is the problem now. Because you are following through that funnel of join my mailing list, okay, wait in the Facebook group, I'm coming. On Thursday, I will show up. You are serving window shoppers primarily. And because of that, you are prepared where else to buy because you just told that you're not ready to sell. So what happens when you now do that and get the window shopper in? The next thing you do is that you activate convincing mode. You are now trying to convince the window shopper on why she should buy. Buy now, it's going gone. Hurry up and buy. But she's just window shopping. But here you are trying to convince her that this is why you should buy my product. But you've just neglected the ready buyer who came by, but you were not selling. She has gone. Now you are instead trying to convince the window shopper to buy now. Do you see what you are doing wrong? That's why you are in convincing mode. That's why you are constantly trying to convince people to buy. That's because you are convincing window shoppers. They are not ready. You have been a window shopper before. You were not ready. You walked into that shop. You admired that Chanel bag. You admired that human hair that you saw. Oh, wow. You just know that when you have the money complete, you will come back. You were not ready. Ayomide says 5 slots left. You'll now be rushing them. But they are not ready. You'll now be looking for all the tactics that you will use. FOMO. Keeping off fear of missing out. You are trying so hard to convince. Meanwhile, let them just, when they are ready, they'll come around. It's a progression. From window shopper, they will become ready buyer. But instead, you've neglected the ready buyer and focused on the window shopper. And now you're constantly in convincing mode. Constantly in convincing mode. Because you now have a full parking lot. Cars parked. You have a full parking lot of cars that are not driving. Cars that are parked. They are not in motion. Meanwhile, the ready buyer is in motion. But now, instead, you are attending to the cars that are parked. They are not ready to move yet. You are attending to them. You are now trying to convince them on why they should move, why they should on the ignition, why they should now turn it like this, why they should now do the gear inside gear into drive. Do you see what is going on here? I'm just trying to be a doctor here to diagnose, because once you understand the problem, I won't even need to talk too much about the solution, because the problem will just make sense. And the solution, even you by yourself, you will know that, I've been doing it wrong. All right, let's move. So I just want to let you all know, and again, I'm not here to bash methods. These are things that even I did. And I also want to let you know that it is none of these things are your fault. You did them because it's what you were taught. It's what you were taught. And for some reason, maybe you did not understand the science behind that method you were doing. Maybe the person that was teaching you for his own style or her own style at the time. But now you know better. So that even when you hear that message again, you know that, okay, this person is not talking to my ready buyer. It's not talking about my ready buyer. This person is talking about how I should attend to window shoppers. Now you have a better understanding. All right. So now let me show you how, the things you should do instead. Because now, since you now understand, we've established that it is not your fault and it's based on what you learned. But now you have a better understanding, which was why you attended this class. I'm here to help you better understand it and what you should start doing instead. Abidemi says, it's because the focus today is the ready buyer for quick wins. Your mailing list is essential because they are long-term and you are building a community. Of course, there's no denying that. Even I have a mailing list. But the point is, of course, you use your mailing list to nurture ready buyers. What's the word? Window shoppers. You also use it to nurture, even ready buyer buys, she can buy again. So yes. So no disputing that. We all use mailing lists. We all use our email list. So there's no disputing that. The focus is on ready buyers. All right. So I was going to mention business principle that that guides what we have mentioned today. Okay. And it will help you better understand where all of this is going. So that it's not Amber's knowledge. I'm explaining this based on principles that actually exist. And if you go online and check for the 3% rule, the 3% business principle, you'll see it there. You see it online. Easy. I got this from the internet. I got this from this source, vivifymarketing.com. And what does this 3% rule actually say? Some of you have heard me talk about it on my page. It just simply says that, out of 100% of people out there, all right, of the entire market, right, out there, all right, only 3% up here, 3%, you can see how little it is. Only 3% are ready to buy right now. Only 3% are active buyers. So do you see how few they are compared to the rest? It's not as if they are few. That 3% can be billions. But only 3% are active buyers. After that, the next is 7%. Those ones are not as active as those 3%. However, they are looking for a solution. They are looking for a solution. They are aware of the solution and they are looking for it. So now we have 10% of people in that level. Now the next level is 30%. They have need, but they are not buying. This is the window shopper. They have need, but they are not buying. They just came to look around and admire. Maybe they'll buy later. Maybe, maybe their money is not enough. All right, they can't afford it. Those are the people who come and tell you they can't afford it. They are not ready yet. They can't afford it. So they are still padding up their money. Or maybe they are still looking to explore different options. So those ones that come into your DM and they'll say, okay, I'll think about it. That is that person there. They like the idea, but they're still thinking. That means they are not ready to buy yet. And they're allowed to think it's okay. So they fall into this 30%. After that 30%, the next set is they don't need what you offer. This next one here. The next 30% don't need what you offer. So you keep, if you like, talk from today to tomorrow, they don't need it. So you constantly have to start telling them why they need it. Before you now tell them, okay, now that you're happy you need it, the next step is to have it. You still convince them why they should have it. So you do double work. Now, after that, the next one is they are not even interested in buying from you. Those ones are not even interested. So those ones, they're even the worst. You cannot even sell to them because what are you even selling? They don't understand what all of this is all about. They are not understanding. So if you understand this carefully, now let's move to the next slide. Do you see what's going on here? This top 10%, let's group them together, the 3% and the 7%, they are ready to buy. They are ready to buy up there. However, down here, the next 30% is the window shopper. Still exploring, still not sure. Then the next one here is they don't need what you have to offer. So you have to explain to them why they need it, why they need a new job, why they need to, create digital products. So you have to explain them why. Meanwhile, somebody who knows that they need to is up here looking for who can help them create. But this one, you have to start educating them on why. So they are not even problem aware yet. So you have to make them aware of the problem and now explain to them the solution and then explain to them why they should get the solution. So it's a longer road to selling. They are not ready to buy. And then this last one, just forget them. Maybe those ones, maybe they are not interested now. Maybe they are still in secondary school. They have not even come up to that level. Just like when I was trying to, when I see people who are trying to sell to, sell something that is high profile or big stuff to secondary school students. They're not ready yet. Allow them. They'll grow into it. They will grow into it. Allow them flex now. Let them flex. They will grow. So just leave them. Eventually they will grow. But these 10% are ready to buy. Now, old marketing, what you have learned before, has taught you to convince and nurture as many people as possible, irrespective of if they're ready to buy or not. But what you should do instead is focus on this 10%. So what we have been doing in the past is that we have been selling to everybody. Let's even leave this 30% since they are not interested. We have been trying to sell to everybody. In fact, let me even group it, the whole 100%. We try so hard to sell to everybody. Meanwhile, what we should be doing is trying to sell to this 10% primarily. And if you want to go secondarily, sell to this next 30%. So like Abidemi said there about the mailing list, these ones can be packed into your mailing list. They are not ready yet. They have need, but they are not buying. They are not ready to buy yet. So you can pack them into your mailing. You can pack these ones inside your Facebook group because they are not ready. But find out first if they are ready. Don't just rush and go and be packing even the ready buyer inside there because you will miss her. Maybe when you are not ready to sell on that Thursday that you appeared on the Facebook group to talk, she'll say, I did not know now. I've gone to pay the other coach. Sorry. Because she was ready, but you were not ready to sell. So all those nurturing can happen to these 60%. And most importantly, these 30%. But you see this 10% up here, ready to buy. So you should be ready to sell. It's as simple as it is. If you want to attract ready buyers, you should be ready to sell. It doesn't get more complicated than that. Oh, if he says I'm by my chest, Ayomide, welcome. Ayomide says, maybe I was selling to 120%. No more wasted talking, I beg. At least I am happy you will get the point. She said 120%. That means people go underneath. And it's the truth. Some of us are even selling to the ones not interested. When we do ads that talk to everybody. Even the ones that are not interested. We're trying to convince them to be interested. Can't you be interested? What's wrong with you? But they are not interested. You have been wasting a lot of time and efforts. And not just that, you've been wasting your marketing budget, your time, your staff efforts, everything. You've been spending money in the wrong direction. Meanwhile, you should be spending money on this 10%. This is how you get results faster. Then you can now keep the parking lots, your email list, your free groups for this 30% to stay there and, consume and then upgrade, promote themselves to this 10%. If he says I'm so upset now, but in a good way, I love that because everything just comes by knowledge, having known. And if you know something so well now, if you know better, you will do better. It's just what it is. Okay. So what we should be doing is that we should focus primarily on selling to the 10%. And then secondarily on selling to the window shoppers. All right. And then maybe if you want to add this Jara, it's up to you if you have enough time for that. But focus. And I'm sure you know very well that these 10% are fewer than the rest. So it's not a mass market kind of thing. It's not an everybody. You have to be very specific so that even if it's 10 people that come, those 10 are ready to buy. Compared to if you are talking to 200,000, they are now a lot. So you have to deal with trying to filter who is who. Do you get me? So I hope this kind of breaks down in better understanding. I didn't set up this rule. This is a rule, generally known rule in marketing. You can check online, you'll see it there. Maybe you're going to study some more and understand the whole idea behind the 3% business principle. But this just brings back into all I have been saying all day. It's not Amber's brain. It's what me too I studied. All right. So do you understand where we're going now? This is the gap. In case you didn't know the problem, you didn't know why you've been attracting people who don't buy. This is what you have been doing. You've been talking to that 30% and you've been talking to the rest, that 90%. That's why. You've always been talking to the 90%. That's why they've not been buying. All right. Now, what if you flip this old strategy? What if we focused wholly on attracting the ready buyer? Only the 10%. If I know this rule, I'm telling you, it's amazing. Some of the things we just need some opening, tearing apart and understanding. What if we focused on that 10%, especially that 3%, that hottest buyer, that one go. But first, you probably are wondering, so how do we find her? Who are those 3%, that 10%? Who are they? Where do we find them? Who are they? Now, the next thing I want to do is break down an understanding of who they are so that you will know how to direct your marketing effort to her specifically. And maybe her primarily, and then secondarily. But we're not talking about the non-ready buyer. We're not talking about the window shopper today. That one you can keep it for later. But we're talking about the ready buyer. So we're focusing on that 10%. So who is she? Who is this person that fits into this 10%? A few things you need to know about her. Here's a good example here, because examples get to buttress our point more. If you were to buy something right now, and first off, let me say you want to buy a laptop. The first thing you probably do is go on the internet, go and research different kinds of brands for your laptop. Go and find out the megabyte and the Kiniko. Let's even say phone. Phone is easier. You want to buy a phone. You go online, do all your research, check. Oh, okay. Like, let me, when I was buying this phone I'm looking at here on the right is a Samsung A13 or something like that. I don't know. A13. So when I wanted to buy it, the first thing I did was to go online and start researching. I liked my husband's phone and I wanted to buy his phone. However, I went and started researching. And I found out that his one was an A12, and I found out that there was even a higher level, A13, and it just came out. I say, okay. And I checked. I said, it now has 2 extra pixels. It now has Kiniko. It now has, okay. I say, okay, this is the phone I want to buy. So guess what happened? I walked into the store, and I told them, I'm here to buy a Samsung A13. Guess what I had done? Before walking into that store, I had done my research. So when I walked into that store, I knew what I wanted. So that attendant couldn't sell me anything else. If you like, bring Motorola, I will not answer you. Bring Samsung A13. I know what I want. Now, why did I say that? Because I want to further buttress this. The ready buyer has already done her research. She knows what she wants. When she walks into that store, she's not going to check, this Motorola. Okay, let me drop it. What of this Sony? That's window shopping. The ready buyer is not window shopping. She has window shopped already. She has checked all this thing online. Now she's ready to buy. She knows her solution and she's here demanding for that exact solution. So the ready buyer is solution driven. She has gone past her problems. She has gone past, the problem was that I didn't have a phone that had memory. I now know that to solve my memory problem, I need a phone with bigger memory. I have researched and I found out that Samsung A13 has bigger memory, has Kiniko. I have done my research. So I have gone past problem aware stage. I am now solution aware, and not just that, I am ready to buy based on the solution I found out. The ready buyer is ready to buy based on the solution she has found out. So she knows exactly what she wants. If you bring a Motorola to her, she say, no, I want a Samsung A13. I remember when I went to buy it, the guy brought another option. He says it's only A12 that I said, no, don't you have A13? When is it coming? Okay, I'll check the other shop. I walked away. It's what it is. The ready buyer knows what she wants, and she knows exactly what she doesn't want. So you can't convince her to get what she doesn't want because she knows what she wants. She knows what she wants. Another thing the ready buyer does is that she makes empowered decisions. She's here with her money. She's ready to make a decision based on what she knows. She's fully aware. She's not here to hanky-pank, and she's not here to be confused. She's empowered. She's very ready. She knows exactly what she's here for. You can't swing her up and down. She knows what she wants. She's highly committed and responsible. She's ready to do what it takes to get what she wants. I didn't mind. That first shop didn't have Samsung A13. I walked back home. I said, I will buy when I see my son, I will buy it. And true, the final shop I went to, that was like maybe the next week, finally had what I wanted and I bought it. She's ready and she will do what it takes, no matter how much it is. The former shop that I checked online and I thought they had it, even had it cheaper. But they now said I should wait, they'll bring it later. Kiniko. The next week when I went and I saw a shop, it even had it more expensive, but I bought it because this is the shop I want. So the ready buyer is ready, even if she sees it now, for whatever price she would buy it, because she knows what she wants and she knows she wants it now. So I'm helping you with stories so that you can better relate, because it's not just enough to give theory, but practical examples so that these things make sense, because these are things you do every day. You are a ready buyer. You are a ready buyer for that human hair you just bought. You were ready. You knew you needed that Indian 24 inches. You knew. That's why you bought it when you saw it. And you didn't care whether it was sold for 300K. You bought it. Compared to when you were a window shopper and you were, Kai, this hair is fine. Oh, one day I'll buy it. Kai, let me check. Which other one do you have there? Do you have Moravian? Oh, wow. Oh, Kai. What of this African weave? Oh, wow. You were still window shopping. But when you were ready, you were ready. And that money came from anywhere it came from and you paid. So you will do what it takes. You should all be talking to the ready buyer who is ready now and will pay whatever you call your price because she is ready. She is ready. Patrick says, so mad at myself now because I've been feeding the wrong crowd. I know, but it's a good madness. It's a good feeling. I know. It's a good feeling. You're not mad. It's a good feeling. It's okay. So what you need to do is that, you need to aim more at attracting the ready buyer. These attributes I've just listed for you. You will get better results if you set up all your marketing efforts to attract more of the ready buyer and sell to her. So do you see why sales does not start from selling, from the actual selling? And oh yeah, it's time to sell. Your sales actually starts from the attraction. The things you do, how you speak, the information you put out there, are you speaking to the ready buyer? Because the moment you do it right from the onset, your sales will be easy. And you will attract more people who can afford you because you started with the right fundamentals of speaking to the ready buyer. So guess what, guys? All the marketing you have been doing, all the sales methods there's no wrong sales method. As long as you are trying to sell what you have, they are all correct. The only missing part was that you were probably talking to the window shopper all this while, or the rest, those who were not interested. The window shopper is even good because eventually they'll be interested later. But the rest who were not interested, you've been talking to them mostly. But imagine if you were talking to more ready buyers because of this information you now have, you will get better results. You will have lesser people. You have more people when they come into your DM, they'll say, yes, I want it. This is what I've been looking for. Yes. How much? Oh, yeah, take. Because you were talking to the ready buyer. It's simple. Some things are principle. Some things will remain the way they are. If something is going wrong in your marketing path, check who you have been speaking to. This is me. If I notice that I see a lot of people coming in and saying they cannot afford me, I just check what has been my content in the past week. Who have I been talking to? The problem is not that client that walked into your DM. It was not her problem. She's who she is. She's not ready. You can't beat her for not being ready. Even you are a window shopper to somebody else's product right now. You just have to go and check your methods. What have you been doing to attract the window shopper? More of her. Window shopper is even good, but what have you been doing to attract that bottom 60%? Those ones who are not interested, or yes, who are not even ready, who don't even, what have you been doing? And that way you go and check your methods and correct it, because now you have to flip what you have been doing and do better. All right. So now, how do we attract her? I have a few points I will lay out to you. Let's start. Number one, and I believe this is going to be a smooth sale because you now understand better. I've explained the science to you, so you understand. So even all these ones I'm going to talk, I'm just going to go sharp with them because you now know what you have been doing wrong. Revamp your offer. Upgrade your transformation. It's no more about airdrop solution now. Give the full package. Don't just scratch somebody's itch or give a band-aid solution. Give a holistic transformation. Be clear on who your offer is. Don't be vague. We talked about no clarity. Now have better clarity. Now you know who your ready buyer is. Be clear, call her out. When people see me on my posts on Instagram, when I write things like, this is only for coaches, experts, and service providers or consultants, I just use those 3 words. Clearly, I have stated clearly, if you're a product business, don't come near me. If you are this, do you see how automatically I've disqualified anyone who is not my client? But some of us, we put out information and talk to everybody. Be specific who you are talking to. Call her out. Be clear. And remember what I told you about, put it on paper, who you want, who you don't want. Be clear and qualify. So that when you are even talking, you are talking to who you want. Do you see how I'm putting together all the parts? They all make sense now. Number 2, be clear on your method. I already mentioned it. Break down how you solve her problem. If you have a problem, you know very well now that the ready client, the ready buyer is solution aware. So guess what? She has been everywhere. She knows the solution she wants. Now she's not here for you to tell her, okay, so this is the solution you are looking for. You need to be able to create ebooks. No. She wants to know how your method is. How do you do it? Because she knows the solution already. She has progressed beyond just knowing the solution. She wants to know if you can help her with the solution. So both of you are on the same page. She just wants to know what your own method is. She's ready. So if you see her in that empowered light, you now know how to attend to her. You now know the content you should create. Your content should not be about explaining a problem. She knows the problem. She knows she doesn't have a phone right now. You shouldn't be explaining to her that you should change your phone. She knows that she has to change her phone. What you should be explaining to her instead is how this phone is better than the next phone. How the Samsung A13 is better than the Samsung A12. Or how the Samsung, you should upgrade the explanation. Your content should be upgraded to talk to her at a solution-aware level. Do you understand? Me, in the past, I used to tell people how to create digital products. But now, guess what I tell people? How to sell your offers. Because I've gone past that level of educating people. That time I used to teach, not how. I used to teach people why you should create digital products. But no, I'm not talking to that audience anymore. If I'm telling people why they should create, that means I'm talking to a beginner who does not know what they should do, and I'm trying to explain to them why they should do this. I'm still talking to a problem-unaware person. Instead, I should be talking to people who are aware, who have leveled up in their understanding. They've created digital products. They are now sitting in their folders, or they've tried different methods to sell it, and they're having issues. I'm now trying to explain to them how they can better sell it, how they can increase their sales by another 20%. Those of you who came into this session, of course, I did not come here to teach you something very basic. I'm teaching you what you have been doing wrong. That means you are doing something already. It's just that you have been doing it wrong. Do you see how automatically I am at a solution-aware level with you? We are on the same level. I want to say, I know the problem. I have gone further to establish that I understand your problem. Now, let me tell you why that problem exists and how you can fix it. So I'm not talking to people in motion. I'm not talking to a beginner. Everything is strategic at talking to the 3%. That 10%, sorry. The 3% and the 7%. Everything I do is strategic to talking to that 10%. I'm not talking to a beginner. A beginner will be why you should create digital products. Digital products can help you make money. Digital products are a great thing for you. Past that level. All right, we're past convincing level. People are convinced. Now I have to take it to the next level. The next point there is how we can attract and sell to her is create high quality content, your messaging. Now that you know the attributes of a ready buyer, level up your messaging. Talk to her like the pro that she is. Don't talk little stuff. Don't try to belittle your messaging. Don't try to water down your content and start saying, what is the today we're going to talk about crypto. So what is crypto? That means you are not talking to people who are yet to know what is crypto. That means you spend longer time explaining to them what is crypto, I'm practically somebody else lower 30%. I don't even know what is crypto. So I'm in that place where I'm not even ready. So if you're coming to sell to me, if you just see me looking at you like this, because I won't be ready anytime soon. But I'll keep my ear, but I don't even understand what you're saying. So I'm in that 30% down below, not interested, but just listening to you because you talk very nicely. That's also what I've been doing. We have been talking to people who are not ready. So now that you know, create high quality content. Don't just say, what is crypto? Teach them this is why your last crypto investment did not pull through. Bam, they've landed because they spent money and that money was very painful to lose. Do you see? High level stuff. Speak to the solution aware. That's how you speak to people who are ready because they have a problem now and they want it solved sharp, and they know that it concerns money to solve it and they will pay. They are ready. Elevate. All right. Attract, create content that establishes KLT faster. Because you know she's ready to buy now, don't try to take your time through putting her in a group to build know, like, and trust. Then do sharp methods that know, like, and trust. Go live, do video. There are faster methods to get someone to know, like, and trust you in 2 seconds. Don't take longer processes to doing that for the ready buyer. You can do it for the window shopper, but the ready buyer, aim at converting her sharply. Get her to like you, know you, and trust you instantly. And one of the best ways you can do it is by video. Video, going live, anything that shows you talking is a very strong method because it establishes authority, gets them to know you, fall in love with you instantly. So videos are one of the best ways. Position, create content that positions you as an authority so that when she sees that you know what you are saying, create content that speaks to her solution, not her problem. Share rich value. Don't hold back. Some of what I'm sharing with you guys now are things I have shared with my, in lessons that are packed together for my clients in Maximize. But I brought it forward for you guys for just 5,000 naira. That's because it's not about the money here. I'm here to help. I'm here to impact because I know this is a problem that people are dealing with. I'm not here to just, give you fluff and move away. I have given you deep stuff here for just 5,000 naira. That means it's not about the money. The 5,000 naira was just to filter people who come in. But I'm here to give value irrespective. I'm here to give value and I'll give it all if I have to. If I have to, why not? Because what is important is that I don't hold back. I don't hold back. All right. The fourth one, amplify your content. It's not just enough to sit on one spot and just create content and wait. Hey, refresh your screen. Okay, 4 people, 4 likes. Okay, let me wait. Maybe in the next 2 hours, 6 likes. 5 likes. You didn't even catch 6. You're waiting. No. Be deliberate, be intentional about amplifying your content. Get more people to hear what you just said. Get more people to watch, to listen, to read. So if you have to join people's Facebook groups where they share content, go there and share rich value. That's how your ready buyer will see you. Don't sit on your own spot and just talk here alone and wait for algorithm to help you out. Be intentional about who gets to hear you. Get more people in to hear about you, to hear your content, because that is a game of numbers. The more people who hear you, the more your ready buyers exist in that more people. So whether you have to use organic methods, distributing your content, like cross-pollinating your content, when you post here, let's make sure it goes to everywhere. Go to somebody's WhatsApp group and teach their audience, as long as their audience is your ideal client. Just use your email list. Just make sure your message is heard by more people. Amplify. All right. If you have to use paid ads, use it. Send your content to strangers. Let people come closer. That's how you attract. All right. If you have to show up at events, if you have to speak at events for free, speak at those events for free. It's not about the money, it's about the exposure it gives you. All right. You never know what will happen. All right. If you have any opportunity at all to get your message heard, now that you're speaking to a ready buyer, do it. The mistake some people have done is that they've been given pulpits, opportunities to speak to massive crowds. However, they were speaking to everybody. They didn't know how to speak to the ready buyer. So because of that, when they spoke to a massive crowd, they didn't get anybody to convert because they didn't know how to tailor their message to the ready buyer. The next thing you need to do is increase your price. Increase your price. We've already established the Bariga and Ikoyi story. You can't be offering this kind of value that we have trained you in this session to offer, and then you are still selling 1K classes, 500 naira classes. What did we say again about transformation? What did we say about not giving band-aid solution or scratching that itch, but giving something more holistic, elevating that offer from just saying I'm a graphic designer to giving something more transformational that offers a result, an end goal. Let your price reflect transformation and value for what you offer. Easy to filter out those who want cheap stroke free solutions. Automatically, the moment I increase my prices, those who were buying 5k stuff from me, 10k, they just automatically say, Amber's past this level, Amber, you're not for us again, sorry. I say, oh, it's it's okay, I understand. So it's just what it is. My increase in price automatically just filtered out people who were up for waiting for 5k, or even one day Amber will reduce it to 2k or 1k 500, or even people who were waiting to always have free. Everything is deliberate. I increase my price because I want to attract more ready to buys, more people who value me. So do you see how everything patches together now? Number 6, elevate your freebie. So yes, you want to give freebie here. Can you give your freebie in a better elevated level so that even if you are giving it to a window shopper, you make her ready to buy faster? So you are not even just packing a freebie that is serving that lower 30%, the low 7% who is not interested, because they will stay there in that your email list forever, maybe buy in the next 3 years. Instead, why not create a freebie that serves somebody who is currently aware of her solution? So she's window shopping. At least that's even good enough. So she's aware. All she just needs to do is be padding up her money. She's coming. I have people like that who tell me, Amber, I'm coming. I'm still gathering the money. It's okay. I understand as a window shopper. She's coming. She's not yet ready. She's coming. So let your freebie serve people who are already solution aware. Let your service, your freebie serve people on that level. So create an elevated freebie, a sophisticated freebie. Not just basic, fluffy, because you just want to fill an email list. It doesn't work that way. If you fill your email list just because you just want to fill your email list, you don't be spending money on email marketing. Some of us have found that, okay, Flowdesk allows you, at least you can fill your list with people. But what's the essence of having a massive email list of people who don't convert? It makes no sense now. That it even hurts you because you send a mail to 20,000 people and nobody bought. It's painful. It's very painful. So create more sophisticated, freebies. All of you are shouting this class. It's better go and be posting, screenshotting and posting. Let people see what they are missing in here. Screenshot and show people out there. Let them see what they missed in this class. Because I knew I was coming here to deliver fire for fire. So you get me? If he says, I see my mistake now. Yes. And that was the essence of this class. So you understand what you've been doing wrong. Now the scales have fallen from your eyes. You're like, whoa, this is so serious, Okay. So focus more solution aware freebies instead of problem aware freebies, so that you can attract more people who are on their way to being ready or even ready. It's easier that way. It's just better for you, better for your own mentality and your stress, so you will not stress yourself too much. And yes, if you want to go to start focusing on creating freebie for the people on the lower part of the pyramid, no problem, you can do so. Just know that it will take longer time for them to promote to window shopping to the toppest level. You get buyers. The next one there is offer to get on a chat or a phone call with them, all right? Because some of these people you want to sell to, their solution aware, they still have questions to ask. So one of the good ways you can do, especially when you know that you're selling something premium, offer to get on a call with them, because it's not just about them asking questions. Even you want to ask them questions because you want to know that this kind of clients that's under your list. You know that list you wrote that we said, state clearly the clients you want and ones you don't want. This is the time when you start qualifying. Okay, who be this person? Before she pay me, wait, let's get on a call. Or enter chat with her. It must not be call. Even if it's chat, ask the right questions. Because that chat is not just for her to poke you with questions. Even you have questions for her because you want to be sure whether she qualifies. Not the one she come and stress you. Also, help her make the decision. Because some of them come and they are ready to buy. However, maybe they checked another option somewhere. So they are also here to be sure because their money is ready, but they are looking between you and the other competition. Your place there, when you get on that call, is to close it. It's to help her make the decision now. Let her just get it. Let her go on this journey with you. If you have a guarantee or whatever you want to offer her, do it there. Make her trust you. Get on a call, with her so that that connection will build. And she'll say, I had not even one person, I had a lot of people who get on calls with me and say, I just vibe with you, Amber. I'm rolling. Let's do this. I love the way you connect with me. You're just so relatable. Amber, we're working together. Oh yeah, this is it. I'm ready. Let's go on. Let's proceed to the next level. It's just what it is. That call was for me to just get to the point of, okay, getting you assured that I get you, you get me, let's do this. And it can happen so naturally. There's nothing mechanical about it. When somebody gets on a call with you and they're already ready to buy, and you've already fed her with high profile, sophisticated messaging, she's already convinced. So when she's getting on that call, she's not here to do what they call that thing again. What's that thing that people objections? She's not here to do objections because she's already convinced. She's just here probably to ask questions because she has your messaging, the kind of content you put out already convinced her. So in the DM now, she's just here to ask a few questions. Okay, so when do we start? Okay, what days will we meet? Okay. How can I pay? Can I pay 2 parts? The discussion is different now. Unlike the other one that you're trying to convince because she was a window shopper. So you're trying to convince her. She'll say, well, I can't pay now. She has another objection. She will have different objections because we were talking. She was not ready. She has too many objections. And she's still looking around. But this other one who came in with the right messaging you put out is convinced and ready to buy now. So she loves you already because you already built know, like, and trust. You did videos. You connected with her on a different level. You got on a call with her, And please note, if you're doing a low-priced offer, all right, because I know I'm still talking to people who may want to take some time into, channeling them stuff into premium. Maybe you're still selling low-priced. You don't really need to get on a call with everybody. Please don't stress yourself like that. The most you can do is answer a lot of questions on your sales page, the possible questions that the client may have. Even if it's FAQs, put it on your sales page. And not just that, even in your content already, just always be answering people's objections in your content. Please don't waste your time into getting everybody that wants to into getting a call with you. If you're selling a low price offer, it's going to stress you out. And before you know, you just be burning out on top of small money. Just make sure you answer their questions on the sales page. All right, so that it makes it easy for them to just purchase, to buy. Number 8, operate from a place of abundance. See, this one is magical. I want to say, if somebody says she's not buying, okay, I think I like what you have. It's just that I'm not going to buy. I'm going to go with the other person. It's okay. Allow them. See, there's no offense, okay? You have even done it before. You've gone into a shop. You didn't like that shoe, or you went there to buy that particular shoe. Then for some reason you saw another shoe and you walked away to the next shop to buy another shoe. It happens. They didn't flog you. They didn't beat you. Customers come, customers go. Don't be too hung up on, or don't be too attached to the sale that, this customer that was hanging on to was too long, too tight. See, operate from a place of abundance. If somebody comes and she's not paying, it's okay. Don't try to say, that thing they say, answer her, why don't you want to pay now? Do you think you will not want to pay now if you want to pay now? You understand? All those scripts that people say you should go and read and master. That's how I see yourself mastering scripts. And I've done it before, so I understand what that feels like, And I'm not talking about doing it in this our business. I'm talking about in the past. Once I worked in a phone, what do they call it? Phone center. That was back in the UK, right? I was hired to do this thing. And these people who say donate money for this so and so NGO. So I was working in one agency where they would hire the agency to do calls to people, the general public, asking them to donate money for so and so. So things like, let me say, so and so foundation. You now call somebody, cold calls. So that's what they call people. Hello, my name is Ina. I'm calling from blah blah blah. Would you like to make a donation of $1 to Dolphin Foundation to keep the dolphins alive? Now, so go just they said things when they get. But people are different now. They like to do anything, charity. So that's how we'll be selling charity things, charity donation. Just donate $1 subscription, Kiniko. What happened with that thing? What happened was that I was following a script. It sounded so mechanical. The reason why I'm telling you this is because even many times I tried to explain that. Can I, in my own way, try to talk to a person, make it natural? They said, no, you have to follow the script. So that's how when the person will say one thing, I'll go and look for, hey, where's the answer to that thing the person just said? Hey. Was so mechanical, so fake. They sacked me now because I could not do it. I didn't work there for up to 2 weeks. They sacked me. I could not. Aside of the fact that I could not even speak Funne, so they just saw that this one I was always answering, sorry, come again. I don't hear what they were saying in the phone because I don't have power to be speaking Funne. So my point here is that sometimes, we've been imposed with a lot of mechanical way of selling, and that's what makes selling feel so tough and difficult because it has to be so mechanical, follow a script. If this person says this, look for the answer. Okay, you're in a rush. So based on this thing you just said, you now start reading answer. But if your sales conversation, if your chat with a client is so natural and it comes from a place of, okay, you can't do it now, it's okay. Whenever you're ready, just come around, I'm here. Because you're going to go out there and look for more people who are ready. So she's okay. She can wait in the parking lot. You just do your part of showing up and amplifying. Let more people know about you. Just get your pipeline of strangers, people coming in and knowing more about you. Increase it. If you have to use ads, get more people coming in. That's how you will operate from a place of abundance. Not the one when one person enters, I don't catch this client today. You must. Now my only target to them, you must close. You now start trying so hard to close. Next thing, if the person does not buy, you feel so beaten. It's because you were operating from lack mentality, from that kind of lack mindset, scarcity mindset. Instead, operate from abundance. If you're not ready now, they can be ready later. It's okay. You just keep pulling more people into your funnel or into your sales process. Amplify, get more people to come, get more people to hear about you. That's your mission. So sales doesn't have to be so difficult if you understand this science of do the right things, talk to the right people, and then get more people to hear that message that is being spoken to the right people. Just get more people in your door to come listen to your message. Don't hoard your best value. The ready client is looking for the best answers. She's already sizing you up with the next person. So you trying to hoard your best clients until they come and pay. It's hurting you because the truth of the matter is not everyone can pay you. So don't try to force everyone to pay you. Some people, all they will do is learn from you. They will never be your clients, and it's absolutely okay. Once you understand that, it's okay. I'm not holding any information from you guys because I know even right here, you listening to me, some of you will never buy a high ticket offer from me. I know, and I don't mind. I also know that somebody right here may refer me to her friend or may put me up on her story and her followers will see it. And then I'll get more exposure. Or somebody here right now will probably want me in the future. It's okay because I'm operating from a place of abundance. I just need to bring more people to know me and do all I need to do to get more people to know that this message exists right here, that I have a solution right here that I can help people with. So you too, don't hoard your best. Put it out there. Put your best foot forward. This is the best time to put your best foot forward. Don't hide all the important knowledge. Oh, only those who pay, then I'll give you the small one. So yeah, make them taste. You see that sweet one? Push it out there. That's how you get your best clients. The last one here is, that was the last. Do you see how selling can be simpler, guys? Do you see? No complicated funnel. So you see, no unnecessary phone calls of so why won't you buy now? All these follow up things. Yes, follow up you can do if you have power, but some of us we don't have energy, I beg. If we do, we're just like, you didn't get back to me again. What happened? Person say, okay, I'm not ready now. Fine, we move on. Just do it just because the client may have forgotten or something. Or if the client says, okay, can you reach me out in 2 weeks? Just be very clear. Let the client tell you when they want you to follow up with them. Once you see that a client is doing you up and down, turn, please just walk away. It's not by force. Go and look for more clients. The ocean is so big. There are more clients out there who need you, who are begging to pay you. It's not a scarcity place here. Have you seen ocean that did not have fish? No numerous objections and sales scripts. No headache. No too much headache. Just bring the right people in and you would reduce the amount of objections. No chasing and convincing. Do you see? No fake urgency, because you are not talking to people rushing them. You are talking to a ready buyer. You are more intentional, but she's ready. Your job is to make the buying decision much easier for her. Mercy says, Amber, I need new structure. No problem. That's why I'm here. Come and talk to me in the DM and let's roll with a new structure. No time. That's why I'm here. All right. So I'll just go straight into the system. And this is really quick because I just want to show you how you see that the sales system remains the same. All you just need to do is get it right at the foundation. There's no wrong sales system, like I've said before. So use a simple sales system to get that ready clients in. How? You probably realize it, but the current systems you are running can get the clients in. What matters is that you do it right. So when you're going live, don't just use any fluffy topic. Use a topic that talks to the ready buyer. So do you see how everything starts from this beginning? Your content, which goes before the live, should be talking to the ready buyer. When you go live, be talking to the ready buyer. So this is already a sales process. You go live, you invite people to come into your DM to talk with you, you sell. So you're already operating a sales system. The problem is that you were doing it wrongly. So fix it and talk to the ready buyer. Another sales process I see, which is in a sense, when you hear sales process, is also sales funnel. All right. You create content that talks to the ready buyer. You create ads to boost that content, talking to the ready buyer. The ads drives the ready buyer to your website. You sell. Do you see how you have higher conversions if even your website talks to the ready buyer? So do you see, even if your ad, you create the ad, but it talks to the ready buyer. If you fix all of this, selling will be easier because everything you are doing should be talking to the ready buyer. Don't get it mixed up. Don't go and talk to ready buyer here. Then when you come here, you talk to non-ready buyer. Let everything you do talk to the ready buyer. That's how you will get sales easier. So you can use any sales process that works for you. Anyone. Me, I like sampling different styles. Some of you will ask me to come and do a free audit. It's all part of this. When I create content that looks that, over time, my content has improved because I'm talking to the ready buyer. Then often I just put out a call for people to do an audit. That's because I'm trying to welcome the ready buyer into my DM because some of them are shy. Some of them are window shoppers, but they are not, they are not. Maybe, and a window shopper, don't forget, a window shopper can convert to ready buyer fast. It does not have to take forever. Person can instantly. So when I do meetings like this, I'm even inviting somebody like a window shopper to come in, let's talk. Because there I'll do an audit for you. And who knows, you might just come in immediately and these are all different methods I use, different sales processes I use to convert people to buyers. I do an audit. I make them, fill a form so that in that form I filter who comes in so that I don't talk to everybody. I don't want product business. I'm talking to the audience I want. Then I go to their DM and give my audit. And after that audit, if the person needs me to further help them, that's how I make a sale. I sell offer. Because when you tell people what their problem is, most likely they want to now have a solution. Sometimes they don't, and it's okay. I move away. I say, okay, that's fine. Thank you. They just thank me for the audit and I move. It's not by force, you get. So some other thing I can use is use ads. Now that if I have this sales process is working for me, I now use ads to amplify them, to facilitate, to speed up things. Ads make it, bring more traffic in. So in essence, what am I doing here? I'm just trying to let you know that even the simplest sales process of funnels can work for you if you get the fundamentals right. Speak to the ready buyer. Attend to the ready buyer. And these are all steps to use with your sales process. You can go live, you can do a webinar, just like what I'm doing now is a webinar, a workshop, whatever you want to call it, is still a seminar on the web. You can do challenges, but make sure whoever is coming in that challenge, even if it's maybe you're talking to window shoppers who are just going to, and then convert right there, fine. Because some people like to do 5-day challenge, 3-day. Who knows? A ready buyer may just be in that challenge and then she'll buy instantly. So, or you set up an application system, people apply to work with you, or on your stories, all you're doing is creating content that talks to the ready buyer. Your audits, like what I do, the audits I do, whether window shopper or ready buyer, DMs, I send people, come to my DM, let's talk. I invite people to the DM. Let's talk about whatever challenge they're having. Or I create a video. If you go on my page, you see videos that I just record on my screen and I post. But it's all talking to the ready buyer. Different other methods out there. So in essence, there is no sales process that is wrong. Whatever efforts you are doing at getting sales, just make sure you're talking to the ready buyer. Amplify it. Get more people to hear that message. It doesn't get any harder than that. All right. And that's about it for today's session, guys. Wow. That's about it. So if you want to take this to the next level with me, I'm here, ready to offer my help as long as you're ready to take my hand. I'll be as long as you're ready to give me your hand. Anyone, just reach out to me in the DM, or you can send me an email at info@idenove.com, and I'll take you through every step of this process. If you want to work with me in coaching, I'll coach you through every step. Look at your methods. If you know everything still looks vague for you, I'll walk you through every single pattern. If you want to work with me one-on-one, or you want to work with me in group coaching, absolutely fine. Just reach out to me. The first thing we will have to do will be to get on the strategy call together, because even in that, I need to understand what's going on. And yes, it's a paid strategy call. So reach out to me. My paid strategy call is very affordable, so you don't have to worry about that. And if you get into any of my programs, I'll refund you your money. So in essence, you just get a discount, a huge discount. So you're practically not even spending so much at the end of the day. So my offer or my invitation to you is that if you want to work with me, please reach out. This is my process. This is how I work with my clients. I help you set up your offer and how you deliver your offer to your clients. I help you create your strategy or your structure around attracting your clients, your buyers. I help you create your conversion strategy, how to convert those people, those leads, those, if you want to call them those shoppers or people who come in, or even interested buyers who come in and you want to convert them to buyers. I will help you with your sales conversion strategy. I'll help you with how you can implement your offer. In essence, fulfill the promise that you promised your clients. All right. So it's all about ready buyers, guys. It's all about this. And just reach out to me if you want me to further help you on this journey. I don't bite. You can enter my DM. You can ask me any questions. I'm very happy to attend to you. Just send me a DM at I Dare Not Dread on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever. Preferably Instagram, actually. And if you want to send me an email, info@idenove.com. So it's at this point I answer questions. Wow, we've had a long run. Questions. Do you have questions for me? Oh, I have done a perfect work, because I didn't even see any questions along the way. I didn't even see anybody dropping questions along the way. Okay, if he says, what kind of conversion do you see when communication is targeted at the ready? Please, if he explain this question, please, or who else understands the question? If we speak English, this thing sounds too bogus. What kind of conversion do you see when communication is targeted at the ready buyer primarily on? If you please write it again, Don't use the word conversion. Write it in English like a child will write. Let me understand it well. Don't use big grammar. Just use normal English so that other people too can understand the question. Ask the question again in the right context. I know you wrote conversion rates, but I don't understand the question. Or who understands it? Maybe you can explain better. What kind of conversion do you see when communication is targeted at the ready buyer primarily? Oh, in terms of percentage, if you talk to 10 people, how many will buy? The truth is, you can't tell. But marketing rules already just state, like, if you talk to 10 people, if you talk to a certain amount of people, 2% will convert. That's marketing rules. That's the normal marketing standard. So at least 2% will convert. And remember, you don't know who your ready buyer is. You've just done your own part. They don't need to write it on their forehead. Your own part is to deliver. Your own part is to deliver. And remember that if you're talking to a whole lot of people here, even on your page right now, don't forget that the ready buyer is at 3%. So it's even a tiny winnie. So who knows, even in my 25,000 followers, my ready buyers may just be one tiny winnie number, which is why when I put out an offer, only few people will answer me, because how many people heard about it? Which is why I now use ads to amplify the noise. So normal standard percentage is 2%. So even if you do a webinar now, if you even get 2% of that number of people to convert, you've done well. So it's 2% minimum So it's either 2% and above. So if you even do 2%, you've tried. Talk less of if you now do 10% or So if you get it right from the onset, with your fundamentals, you get it right, you will convert more than that 2%. Toby, wow, what an eye-opening class. Thank you so much, Amba. I appreciate it. Thank you. Messi says, what are your rates? Okay, come into my DM, let's talk. Come into my DM, let's talk, okay? Come into my DM. But one of the things I will have to do first with you is to get on a strategy session. Currently, because I don't know who will watch this video in the future, but my current rates for my strategy session is $197. $197, and that is changing next year anyways. So I don't like mentioning my rates on videos like this because these videos will now stay for posterity. Let me see, someone gonna watch this video now in 2025 and I think my rate is still like this, you understand? So I hope you get me. So but currently this is November 2022, $197. So if you're watching this in the future, just know that it's no more this price. So now, November 2022, $197 for a 90-minute strategy call with me. And if we move further, if I work with you, if I see that we're a good fit, I'll deduct that. If you want to progress with me further, I'll deduct that from the fee of the one-on-one coaching or group, anyone you choose you want to work with me on. I'll deduct it. So you are just as good as, just your benefits in either ways. It's a win-win for you. Okay, Onyeme, Stephanie, please ask your question. Please ask your question. I'm here for you. I did for you. That's what that is to sing this song. How many hours did we do? Okay, it's past 12 on my 12:37. Please ask your question. Publicity lady says, my question is for what I do. How do I know the transformation? Because everyone wants to make sales, but what if what I offer won't give them that? I'm a little bit lost. Okay, I can't tell because right now, I can't be so specific on what exactly you're talking about because I don't know what you're talking about. Do I know the transformation? Because everyone. It depends on what your transformation, what your end goal is, and what you should do instead of selling people the how, sell them the end goal and then tell them the truth. Just like how when I'm selling, I say I help you attract clients easily and consistently using systems. So my how is the system strategies and structures. Is my how. Those are my hows. Some people just go ahead and tell you only their how. They don't tell you what the end goal is. For some other people, they go blatant into speaking. I always forget. I should be looking at the camera here. This is my phone. This is the chat. Some people, I actually, what they do is they go ahead and just say, "I will help you make $100K in a year." They go straight up using claims, talking straight. I'll help you make 250K. I'll help you. But me, I'm not comfortable with that style. I don't know. I'm not comfortable with using claims because I don't believe in claims like that. Knowing that I'm not God, certain principles guide how something works. So I can't be in front and already know that. Let's just do what we should do and trust the process. And if it doesn't work, we tweak it. That's why, I believe in being more realistic, not about saying I'll help you achieve this. When we get there, we'll get there, but I'm not God. But at least we know what we're doing and we know we're doing it right. And let's move on that. Ngozi says, thank you so much. A huge eye-opening session. My pleasure. Thank you. Guys, take screenshots. Go and tell the world that they missed. Tell them they missed too. Me, I'm even increasing the price of this. Anybody wants to go and buy the replay will buy it for 10,000 naira. How do you communicate to your audience through your content that you charge premium? Mostly if your competitors don't charge upfront. See, Stephanie, I don't believe in communicating with your audience that you now charge premium. Like, I don't believe you have to announce to the audience that you charge premium. Just charge premium. If your prices have changed, yes, they can still access maybe other products that you have or other classes that were probably there. I'm not saying, okay, the wrong thing you would do would be maybe a former class you were selling at 5,000 naira or something, or a very cheap class. You now decide today that, that 5K class, people have not seen anything. That 5K class, is now 300K. Meanwhile, the class is the same. It was scratching an itch, it's still scratching an itch. You didn't turn it into any holistic offer. You didn't make any improvement on it. You are still selling it as puff puff instead of small chops. It won't make any sense. So why not transform or elevate whatever that offer was, turn it into something that is a fuller package, and now put your price on it with your chest. That way you don't need to even them will know that this is a bigger package. This one is not joking. For example, I'm selling ebook launch program where people come and I train them on how to launch their books. And for now, what I'm doing is when you come onto the program for 30 days, I guide you, you run through my courses, the videos there, you have the group for support, to answer your questions if you have issues, and that's it. 30 days, you have a timeline and everything. We're there to support you, give you accountability and all. Now, currently the price is 50K, 50,000 naira. If tomorrow I want to take that offer to 500K, I have to pump it up. What will I do? I'll probably say our team will help you ghostwrite your book. I will now add things that will make turn puff puff to small chops. You get me? I will puff it up with transformational, something that the person knows she's not going to spend her time. We will do all the work for you. We will take all the stress off you. We will ghostwrite for you. So the book will be in your name. We will help you we'll fly over and come and do an interview with you. By the time I puff it up with all the necessary things, we'll publish it on Amazon for you. We'll help you turn it to a bestseller. We'll help you find PR opportunities. Do you see how automatically that offer has turned from Bariga to Ikoyi? Do you see how automatically that offer has turned from puff puff to small chops? You have to upgrade that offer before you start thinking. And automatically, the clients, when the people see that this offer is no more puff puff level, Amber has elevated it, they can't expect that on this elevated level I'm still selling it at 50K now. Common sense now, you get me? You can't expect puff puff when it's now with small chop level. People will now be seeing it as 1 naira. Come on now. It's now on that level. So I hope you understand. Is it making sense? I just have to use these examples that are very relatable so that people will make sense out of all of this. And some of these questions too, even you yourself, you reason it based on the examples I'm always giving. You reason it and say, if I was to do it in a puff puff or Bariga way to Ikoyi, how would I do it? Okay. Now you use these examples because these things will stay in your head. And you would know, just put yourself in that mentality. Upgrade the offer. And your clients automatically will see that this is an upgraded offer. It cannot be that same price. Common sense will tell them. You don't even need to tell them. Okay? Any other question, guys? Any other question? Any other question? Okay, so I believe I've answered most questions. Guys, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me in the DM. Just send me a DM at Adenodred on Instagram, or you can send me an email at info@adenodred.com. Or if you know one day you're looking for my email, just reply any email I sent to you, or just type Amber in your email search bar and you will see my email address. All right, so I think that's it from my end. Take screenshots, post it wherever, tag me, Adenodred. I want to repost. I want to shine with the students that came and learned something in class today. I love you all. I love the opportunity to share so much rich value with you. And I hope going forward, your eyes have cleared and you're going to do things better. And 2023, they will hear it. I know they will hear it. Oh my God. Yes, you will get the replay. So this is on YouTube. So, and it's only private. It's not public. So all of you who have this link right now, you can watch this replay. So it's not a problem. All right. So that's it from my end. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for my maximized people who are here, my team. Thank you, because I had to seek their permission to come do this class and have them come join so that we do a real practical class in front of all of you today. And I believe it's been amazing. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Thank you so, so much. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Hey, Dio. If you want to work with me, feel free to DM me. I'm happy to listen. I'm happy to, help you out or to listen to where exactly you may be having issues. And yeah, we can work together. Why not? So it was a refresher. Thank you. So have a pleasant evening, everyone. Have a wonderful Monday. And bye-bye. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you. I don't even know where to end the call again. And my laptop is hanging again. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.